Hey there, it's Athena. Happy tax time. I thought it would be good to send out a video just kind of explaining how the tax bills work. I do get a lot of questions this time of year. And so I thought I'd just do a quick walkthrough, explain the tax bill, and let you know whether you should be paying it or not. And so, what? Paying it or not? That's right. So, this is a tax bill for LA County. I want to say that a lot of tax bills look just like this all across the country with, some variations. But this is a tax bill for LA County. So you can see the tax year up here. Annual secured property tax bill information statement, meaning this is your bill. Secured property tax, meaning it's against a property. And the tax year goes July 1st through June 30th. I know that sounds strange, but that's the way it works. So, and then the name of the tax collector underneath. So I'm going to explain some components of the bill and then all about who pays and who doesn't. Okay, so the components of the tax bill. First of all, you have your APN, your assessor's parcel number. You see it in the left side. You see it in the right side here. And I'm just going to blow this up a bit so you can see it better. There we go. Okay, so we've got our parcel number, assessor's parcel number. So that number represents the lot, the tract, the block of where to find the property. So without the address, how do I find this property? That's how I do. And behind the scribbly black stuff is the property address, but for privacy reasons, I blacked it out. Okay, so that's your parcel number, and your parcel number is over here. And then your parcel number is also somewhere at the bottom here. And so that's your parcel. It's kind of like, it's a way to ID, just like our social security number is a number, but it identifies us, right? Then at the bottom, you can see it's one tax bill for $12,000, but you have a first installment that is due November 1st and overdue by December 10th. Afterwards, there's a 10% penalty. And then there's a second half, which is due February 1st, and hence my reason for sending this video. So February 1st, it becomes a lien on your property and it has to be paid. And you have till April 10th, after which there's a 10% penalty. So the total of the bill is $12,223. And you do want to pay it on time because 10% is not the end of the penalties. They keep accruing month by month. So you want to get that paid on time. You can pay by mail. So you can go down to, you can pay by mail at this PO box. You can actually go down to the district office, which for LA County in my area or this area is Signal Hill. And then you can also pay electronically by using their website. And you would need your parcel number, your PIN number. So be sure to look in this blue box. Now, let's say you don't have your tax bill. You can email me and I will get a copy for you. So don't worry about that. I'll just get a copy for you. Okay, so I promised that I would tell you who pays and who doesn't. So one of the things you need to know is if you have an impound account or escrow account, that means the lender is paying for you, so you do not pay it. How you know that you have an impound account, the county recognizes it and has for information only stamped on your bill. So this bill, for example, has an impound account already taking, or escrow account already taking care of this bill, and the county's aware. So this is just so you know what's going on with your bill, but there's no action on your part as far as paying it. I did have one lady that forgot that and she paid it. And so it does take a while to get the money back from the county. Okay, so how is the tax bill calculated? So this varies from state to state, county to county. So in California and in LA County, we are taxed 1% of the assessed value. Okay, so that's at 1%. And then there's various add-ons, right? So all of this stuff, we started with our 1%, which the assessed value of this property is $1,054,773. That is not the appraised value. Don't confuse assessed value with appraised value. So this is the assessed value. And the assessed value is based on the price that you paid for the home and then reassessments through time. Okay, so our tax bill here in LA County is 1% of the assessed value. Again, purchase price, and then with incremental increases. So then you've got all these other categories. Okay, so you've got voted indebtedness. So you're going to have different services, the police, the fire, the EMTs, all of that. So you've got all your public services, and then you also have debt that we as voters agreed to take on. So the voted indebtedness here is the Metro Water District. Then we've got community college, which is usually El Camino, for example, wanted to build some buildings, and the voters voted in a bond, which then goes on our tax bill, property tax bill. And then the Unified School District, which here in Torrance is Torrance Unified School District. And every school district has a different number. So those three together are the voted indebtedness. Down here, we have our direct assessments. So that's the county sanitation district, the water district, again, the trauma or emergency services. Here, Measure A, we voted in some kind of thing. And then the LA West mosquito abatement amount that we pay. And if you want to know what's this about, you can call any of those numbers and they'll help you out. So it's quite helpful. It's informational. I have other tax bills in other states that do not. I have to research and figure out how to get information. So that's pretty helpful. So another thing is when I add up 12,223.68 divided by the assessed value, that is equal to 1.159. So that's not bad. Some states are 3 and 4%, right, for their property tax bills. And so this 1% can increase 2% above the previous year. So our tax bill, our tax amount can increase. This 10,547 can increase 2% year over year. So that's the max because of Prop 13. Okay, so that is your walkthrough of the tax bill. If you have any other questions about your tax bill, if you don't have your tax bill and need help getting the tax bill, just reach out and I'll be more than glad to assist you with that. And I have reminders going out to remind you to pay your tax bill, unless, of course, you have an inbound account. Do not pay it because you'll be double paying. So that's it for me for today. I hope you have a fabulous February.